Hey, Book.
What's going on?
How you doing? What was your favorite feud of all time in history? Talk
You
to
know, that's an easy one, man. That really is an easy one. It's not talked about a whole lot, but the matches that put me on the map, what was my greatest feud? The matches that put me on the map was with Chris Benoit, the best of 7 series. God rest him and his family's soul. But I can't sit up here and come up here and sugarcoat it or anything like that and say it was this guy, that guy. Chris Benoit was literally the greatest wrestler that I ever had the pleasure of being inside the ring with. He was one of the best wrestlers, if not the best, to put on a pair of boots. And not just myself. He brought the best out of every guy that got in the ring with him. Every guy that got in the ring with Chris Benoit was a better person when they walked out of the ring. Trust me, I dreamed, I wish back in the day when I first got into wrestling, I say, man, Ricky Steamboat, Macho Man Randy Savage, WrestleMania 3. If not the greatest match of all times, one of the greatest matches of all time. I say, man, if I could just have one match like that throughout my career, man, that would be the icing on the cake. And I got a chance to have 8 matches with Chris Benoit like that, and they were the best matches of my career. Made my career, definitely was one of the best of all time. I talk about that kind of stuff as far as being able to, as far as preparing for matches and whatnot. And when I watch wrestling and I watch a lot of the guys these days, man, they go out and, like I say, they do like so many different amazing moves. And for me, as well as Benoit, I never did anything that I had to practice. I've never practiced. I've never gone and out in the ring and say, hey, let's go over this and go over that. I feel like I was an artist. I was like Picasso. And I want to make sure, I want to paint that grand, painting right in front of you. I want you to be able to see every stroke, every line. And for me, especially with Benoit, to have 7 matches, so much of that was just ad-lib. So much of it was just going out there and working on the fly and kicking each other's ass, which was the best part. I remember in one of those matches with Benoit, I took 31 chops. 31 chops in one match. And literally, I asked for every one of them. Yeah. I wanted to see how tough I was that night. And I went home and I was ripped up like crazy. but that's what the business was. It was literally going out there and trying to suspend the imagination for you to go, wow, that was really, really awesome. And you believed it. That's what I got when I went to a wrestling match when I was a youngster. I never believed in Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny, or professional wrestling from a perspective. But I loved it. And I love what Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer gave me. Because, man, I thought it was real when they did it. I don't know about the rest of those guys that came out here and did it, but those two, they made me feel something that nobody else on the card made me feel. And that's what, Benoit and myself went out and, because some of those nights we just go, man, let's just go out and just feel it tonight. Let's just do it. We'll find whatever we want to do. We knew the finish. We knew that part. But everything else, a lot of it, I miss that. I don't miss wrestling at all. I miss the performance. I miss the Shakespeare. I was talking to Chris Jericho just a couple of nights ago, and we was talking about, what him and I talk about all the time, which is Shakespeare. Leonardo DiCaprio. We're gonna go out Leonardo DiCaprio tonight. Chris Jericho and I, we work on house shows. We know the finish, and the rest of the match was Shakespeare, Leonardo DiCaprio. We didn't have to talk to each other at all. We go out in the ring and perform at the very highest level. And there again, as a performer, if you don't have to practice it, if you know you can do it 10 times out of 10 times, if you know you can do it in your sleep, that's when it becomes a whole lot of fun. That's when we can listen to the crowd and say, no, just stay right there. We got them. It's beautiful.